This is update number 32 on my N-scale layout. I think I've skipped a couple of weeks because I've been doing things that don't really show on the layout, assembling some body-mounted couplers and working on the electrical to get it in shape. And I'm also working on assembling a load for a flatbed, which will hopefully go to my equipment manufacturer. Anyway, what I'm going to show you today is the storage yard for the layout. We'll send this back into the storage yard. I'll let it get in a little further, and then I'll show you what I've done back here. As you can see, what I've done is made some loops so that I won't have to bother turning the locomotive. It will turn itself. And you can see I've got three short trains staged here, and I could also stage three trains, one where the train that just entered the staging yard back there, and there's other two outside loops, and the three inside sidings. I can either put a passenger train on one of those. Right now the cars that are sitting on there are either in need of some repair or some modification, body mounted couplers or something like that. Anyway, you can see here we get a train going from the storage yard. I think it's set up to run through the switches properly. And you can see into the layout. So my next project will be to go through my cars and decide which ones I want to put on the layout and see if they'll run or if I can convert them to body mounted couplers. One of the things I've discovered, it's the length of the car doesn't seem to make a difference in terms of whether or not it'll run on the layout. Although the long passenger cars won't. If you notice that yellow car that was on the train that's parked on the track there, that's an extremely long box car, and it runs just fine, and some long tank cars run just fine, and then there are some other shorter cars that don't run nearly as well. So I'm not sure exactly the reason why some cars will run and some won't on my tight radius. So I'll just have to pick the cars that I think I want to run on the layout, and then just test them to see if they're going to be successful or if I can possibly modify them to make them successful. And that way I'll eventually get a number of cars that will run successfully.